Right, welcome back again. Just having a look at the forks today. Been out with Craig today, paint shopping for paint. So I'll get some. I've got some aerosols for the so I can get on with the nacelle on the bike and get that painted in the correct colour. And I've just dropped a seal on the top here. I've got to knock this in with something that's near enough. Not exactly the right size, but hopefully it will be okay. I'll just move out of the way while I do that. That feels fine. So we've got the spacer, which is symmetrical. There's no wedge on that at all, so put that in there. That just drops in. Then we've got another seal. All four of these are the same, aren't they? They are actually all oil seals, I think. They're all the same part number anyway, so they must be. Alright. Same with that one then. Seems strange putting the seals in before the stanchions go in. Yeah, and we can get the clip in as well. Which bit do you put in first? We'll well be below the channel for that anyway, so as long as we don't lose it. That's in the hole. That's that. We've got the spring in there. So we put that in. And then we put the that screws down onto that with the special tool. Can't hardly stand it. Released on the latter as a B-side to Everybody's Loving My Baby in 1956. That'll do. And we need to put this collar on with the... Now I've seen on videos, I've seen this the other way up. It's usually on the forks that have got two springs, a short spring and a long spring. And I've seen someone else do it that had got one long spring like I've got on this 2001. And the taper did face the bottom. So I'm just going to put it back in the way I found it coming out, which was that way up. Bit of oil around that just to start it off. See if I can get this through. Right. That's it. Just need to tap that down a bit. Get that thread to come through. Got to find the nuts first as well. Yeah, I'm a bit disgusted with myself, to be fair, because I know now that you can get these in stainless steel, and I've ordered new ones that are not stainless steel. So I think I'll stick this on for now, but at a later date I'm going to swap them out, definitely. Just found a copper washer that I can use for the end of this nut on here. Can you see that? So I'll stick that on there. So we can find something that will do that. Is it metric? What do you reckon? 19? Ooh. Tell you what, that's close, that is. Now I have got, I think I'll get some stainless ones of those. As nice as they are, they're just going to look out of place. What I'm going to do now, because these are the brackets for fitting the mud guards, and we're not having mud guards on the front anyway. Might be doing something else with it, I don't know, but I don't like these imperial threads in here. I'm going to change them over to metric. I'm going to do them M8. So I've got a suitable drill size, which is 6.7 for M8 1.25 pitch. So I'm going to just drill these out slightly bigger now and tap them for M8, and that'll be a lot better for me, fixings wise and everything else in the future. And it won't stop anyone fitting the mud guards back on anyway. They'll just have to use metric hardware, which is obviously easier and probably cheaper to get than imperial stuff. So it shouldn't take much. Well, it's definitely cutting, so it should be okay. I don't know how great the thread will be, but we'll try a fastener in it, and that will tell us. Yeah, as much play as you'd expect, really. So we'll carry on, and I'll do the other two as well, because they're all just mudguard stay brackets. So right, that's that. Quick swing out. Where we go? I'll whip them out with a bit of heat because they are proper stuck in there. I'll machine these down a bit. See these bits here? So it's all rough and dodgy. I'll machine all that down with a flat disc and try and get that as flat as I can. I mean, you can see the thickness of that. And the same for this side. Just get this, you know, get the finish a bit better than that. And that bit there, I know that locks into the brake plate, so I'm not going to take much off that. Just tidy it up, and the whole general fork wants doing, you know, polishing up. So I'll just get on with that now. I'll get these studs out and get these holes tapped to M8, and then I'll come back. All right. I think it's moving. Sounds like it is. It's fighting it all the way. I come in from the back. Just get some plus gasser down there. That should make its way through, shouldn't it? Clean it out at least. Now I've got the grips on the thread, it seems to bite it a bit better. It's coming. We'll be out. Ooh, there's always one, isn't there? All the others have been fine. There's always one that's got to be a bitch to get out. That's better. The battery went on the camera, so I had to put it in the power bank. I didn't want you to miss this glorious moment of getting this out. It's so near the end. Actually, oh, blimey. Got it. It's a long old job. I've used various tools, the Dremel, little sanding wheels on the Dremel to get in where I can. I mean, it doesn't matter too much if I can't get everywhere, you know, but I'll just do as best a job as I can. I'm finding that it's better to, well, this is my new thing anyways. Oops. Yeah, what I've been doing is using a machine tool, like a cutting tool, and this is a single point cutting thing, but anyway, something absolutely square, as it should be. Just wrapping that in like a cigarette, you know, just wrap it into a little piece of wet and dry. This is 400, I think it is, and that's a piece of 600 that I use afterwards. So I put that in the tool's in there, and this is the blunt end that hasn't got the point on, so I just lightly go over it like that on the worst bits. It's mainly on these bits, you know, you got like these flanges and stuff, you know, where things can get a bit ripply. If you use rotary tools, they put sort of ripples in it, and when you polish it, they show up like anything. So that's why I've come round to using this, and this is because it's dead flat, engineering flat, you know. I'm just sort of going over with the 400, then dropping that out, putting it in a bit of a wrong bit. Putting a bit of 600. Obviously you can use a bit of spit or you know, soapy water or whatever to keep the paper clean. So wrap that one up, and that's the sharp end, so we're using this end first. And so just go over again and just try and keep the surface absolutely as flat as you can. I've about done this one, to be honest. I'm about there. I decided to do a bit on this with a 400, so I'm just going to skip over with a 600 now and just knock that back a bit. Then we'll see how well this polishes up just from this state. You can see on here there's lots of little pits, loads of little pits in the metal, and you just a nightmare to get out, you know. But I'm not too fussed, you know. We'll go for the finish we can get. Yeah, without being too fussy. Sweet. Right, so that's it at the moment. Looking quite satiny. That's about it. Doesn't take much from that point, but lift my visor up so I can see what you're seeing. So it comes out quite nice, you know. Just say you've got to get them ripples out of it, I found. Right, you join me as I'm in the process of polishing the new nuts that I've got for the fork bottoms or drain plug or whatever it is. Not too brilliant when they first come. I've done a course of filing over this anyway, or wet and dry paper anyway. But I'll show you what I'm doing, and I'll probably put it on time warp or whatever they call it. Right, so now we've got those polished up a bit. They're not fantastic, but they're a lot better than they were, and they are actually shiny now. They're not completely mirror polished, you know what I mean, but they're close enough for our gang. Almost done now. I've got the new fixings on that are stainless steel. They've had a bit of a polish up, and the end ones of course, and the forks need another run over with the polisher. I've painted this lever arm here because I couldn't get a stainless one, you see, so I painted it black. Got the stainless spring on, that looks a nice contrast. Stainless nut on there. Got this aluminium cap over the spindle end, which I well, I'll take this off and I'll show you. This is just a dress cap. It also acts as a guarantee that the lock nut won't, you know, the castellated nut doesn't come off. I've also got a split pin in there, so that's doubly safe. And that's a polished nut. We've got a polished stainless nut behind it, and this nut here which I had to reduce in thickness so that we've got enough thread coming through this pivot point here. I also took 1/2 mil off the castellated nut so that I'll get it far enough in to get a split pin in the hole, and I also took must have been 1/2 mil or so off the washer as well. I mean, the washer's still a good thickness anyway, so we're not worried. But that was all to get that to work. With that, someone did suggest making a longer spindle, but I didn't want to do that. Too much work. And I haven't really got that good a selection of Imperial dies, and you know, so I took the easier route of just taking a bit off the back of the nuts. For this week, thanks for watching again, and it's all been happening in the shed. Not much this week, but you know, we're getting along with it now. It's all coming together. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all next time. And hopefully we'll try and get some painting done. Ta-da for now. See you, bye.